Alright, what's up, everybody? So, I guess it was either last night or this morning. I was laying in bed, and the Lord brought to my recollection a dream that I had. It might have been in 2020, I think it was. I'll put the link to the video in the description box below. I've kind of like reshared it a few times on the community page here and there, but the Lord brought it to my mind, and I was asking him, like, I'm starting to take notice of, like, okay, you're speaking to me, Lord, you know, like, when he just randomly brings things up. I said, okay, so, and he was emphasizing a particular part of the dream. In this dream, there was many different scenes. Just to go over it real quick, yeah, there was a lot of different scenes, and I do not claim to have the complete revelation, the complete interpretation, but I think I was like in a truck driving with someone somewhere and whatever, and then I was in like a line, and like there was this cup, and it was full, and it was like teetering, like spinning on the bottom. And I knew it was like the cup of like judgment, the cup of like wrath from God, and it was like not teetering, but it was like swirling on like the edge of the bottom of the cup, and it was like about to like pour out. And then there was like these vegetables that had been like, all the nutrients had been sucked out of them, and this lady was like asking me to get her some of them or whatever. And then there was like a partition, and behind the partition I was there with an angel, and me and this angel were like giving people clothes, like garments. And then there was this scene where there was water, and there was like walruses, and I'm pretty sure that they symbolize like demons of some sort, something nefarious. And there was children like riding on top of them, and then they would like dive down underwater with the children on top of them, and then like come back up. But like these walruses would like burp, and when they burp, the children would disappear. But I knew in the dream that the children had been like eaten by these things or whatever, and so they were disappearing. And then the floor had like water. It was like dark, and the floor had water, and it wasn't really deep, but it was just a layer of water. And I believe, and there was a man sitting on the couch watching me, and I believe that God has told me that that was Jesus. And then like I looked on the floor, and I kept finding like money, like coins and cash and whatever. And so anyway, I'll put my original link of where I go through all the details. That was just a quick run through, but I'll put that link in the description box below, and if you're interested, you can go in the description box of that video where I break down some of the symbolism and the meaning and whatever. But anyway, the Lord was bringing to my recollection the scene where, or the two scenes, where the children were disappearing, and then I was finding this money in the water. And I believe what he's saying is that the actual wealth transfer that everyone keeps talking about lately, but yet I haven't been experiencing it yet, it will happen after you see children disappearing, children dying. And so that's kind of like the word of knowledge, the prophetic word, I guess you could call it. Is that the wealth transfer will happen after you observe that the children are disappearing, the children are dying. Children are being killed, etc. And I assume this has to do with the you-know-what. So since I'm sitting here literally waiting for something right now, I figured I would just hop on here and record that. So that's the quick prophetic word. The wealth transfer will happen after you see the children disappear. All right, I bless you all in the name of Yeshua, the Christ of Nazareth.